Sumter, South Carolina. This is one of many locations that the Air Force has chosen to house one of their bases. I've been there maybe a handful of times for private reasons. But on July the 8th, I can tell you the reason that I'm going to be there because Umar Johnson has stated that he is going to be there. I'm going to use this opportunity to stand face to face with him, not with violence on my mind, but with questions that I want him to answer. Questions that he should have answered a long time ago. Questions that you should have asked him yourselves. This video shit and Facebook and social media, that just doesn't cut it. So when you have an opportunity to stand face to face with these people, then you take it. Again, not with violence on your mind. The only thing that will be on my mind is him answering these important questions. And I'm going to videotape it. I'm going to make sure that this is recorded so that you can witness the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time, once and for all, to make sure that each and every one of you know who the bad guys are and who the good guys are. You have to learn to distinguish between the bad guy and the good guy. You should have already known how to do this. We should be well beyond the stage of unity. It's like we can't get past stage one. We can't get past level one for some reason. These people have infiltrated our society and took advantage of this society also belonging to them. That's the advantage that they had. This is why they were able to get money out of your pockets in the first place. Because if they never belonged to this society, you wouldn't have given them a dime, and you know it, and most of all, they know it. I'm telling you right now, what Umar Johnson, Jermaine Shoemake, Tariq Nasheed, Marcus Sanders, Tommy Sotomayor, Thomas Harris, what these three boys have did alone is enough to shame our whole society for a lifetime. They have shamed each and every one of us by taking our money, having us believe that they would use this money to better our society. When the few found out that this simply wasn't true, we dedicated ourselves to warning everybody else. This is 2018, and there are way too many people that still giving money to these three boys. I don't call them men because men take care of themselves. They don't depend on anyone else. Their dependency on these people is sickening to me. And I'll tell you something else. It's about to run out. It's about to run out. I'm telling you, the game is almost finished. And I hope that they have another plan in mind, because this hustle is dying out. I'm telling you, this hustle is about to come to an end. This is why people like Tariq Nasheed is trying to find other ways of making money through these apps and through, different means, other sources of income, because he understands that this main source of income for him right now is about to not exist. And he is going to be in trouble because of people like me that has been warning people for years now. I wish that I was never deceived like so many of us were. So many years that went by that I was unaware. And now that I'm aware, I feel like time has ran out. You understand? I feel like there isn't enough time to warn everyone. Because you have a lot of naysayers out there that just simply won't believe that these three people are wrong. These three in their minds can do no wrong, can do no harm. They will continue to give them money. They will continue to support them. And for what? Because they are playing a game. It's called the YouTube game. I'll represent this person. No. I represent that person. Just like being in a game. No, I'm with the Latin Kings. No. I'm with the Bloods. No, I'm with the Crips. When you think about it, what is the fucking point of being in a gang in the first place? The same people that's in the Blood gang are your same brothers that's in the Crip gang. So you have to understand that we all are in this boat that's very rocky right now. And it's rocky because it's trying to warn us and let us be aware that a storm is coming for all of us. It doesn't matter if you're in the Bloods or the Crips or whatever, because guess what? The powers that be, they don't give a shit. Their main focus is to take us out. They want us dead. That's exactly what they want. They want us broke. I told you what they would do. They would start with the most powerful that exists inside our society and break them down like a fucking shotgun. Piece by piece by piece. They already did it to Bill Cosby, and now they're focusing on who? Lord have mercy. I don't even have to call his name, Morgan Freeman. Now, what makes you think that Morgan Freeman raped somebody? Now, I'm not saying that one of these men can do no wrong, or one of these women can do no wrong. But, you know, it's just suspicious to me that these so-called ladies would wait all these years, would wait until 2018 to say, hey, you know what? I remember something that happened 50 years ago. I was raped. And now I want to bring it before a court. And now I want $2 or $3 million because I'm broke, by the way, also, too. Now I want justice now. I didn't want justice when it happened, you know, not even 10 years after it happened, not even 20 years after it happened. But now I want justice after 40, 50, 60 years. Yeah, I want justice now. I find that very suspicious. I'm telling you, if you don't see what's going on, then you are blind. They're letting you know also that, you know what, any one of you that we want to break down, take their money and turn into nothing, we can do it at random, by choice. They're still wanting you to understand that they are the masters and we are still on that fucking plantation picking cotton and obeying everything that they tell us. This whole world is a fucking plantation. I'm telling you. See, they psyched you out. They made you believe that, hey, you know, let's take away the chains. Let's take away the physical plantations that they could actually see. And let's just turn this whole world into a plantation. They can't leave the world, so as long as we have them within the boundaries of this world, of planet Earth, we control them. And that's exactly the decision that they came to. They psyched us out. They made us believe that we were free, but we were never free. We aren't free at all. And if you don't understand that, you're blind. You need to play catch up so that you can get the full understanding of what's going on and why it's going on. That's the most important, why it's going on. I feel, taking this thing all the way back to the beginning, I feel that they hate us so much because we are God's chosen. Now, I'm not going to get into religion right now because, I could make 5, 6, 7 videos straight and still wouldn't finish talking about this. Also, I don't want to take the focus away from what this video is really about. This video is about me confronting Umar Johnson, Jermaine Shoemake. And I will call him Jermaine Shoemake. I will not call him Umar Johnson when I'm standing face to face, when I'm looking at him in the eyes. And I want him to answer these very important questions that should have been asked years ago. And if he decides that he wants to catch an attitude and he don't want to answer these questions, it's going to be recorded. It's going to be recorded so that his own people that follow him get to witness him trying to walk away from answering these important questions. And maybe then they will understand and realize that this man is indeed a fraud, and realize that it's all about the money for him. He's trying to make a living off of this, ladies and gentlemen. He's depending on you and your pockets. He could care less about change. If things would change, that would mean that we wouldn't need him. We wouldn't need Tariq Nasheed. We wouldn't need Tommy Sotomayor. They wouldn't have anything to talk about. So therefore, they couldn't expect anybody to give them any money. For what reason? We wouldn't need them to talk about the bad things. There would be no bad things. Things would be better. This is why, and I know it sounds very sickening, but it's the truth. This is why they hope that the bad things continue to happen. Notice every bad thing that happens, they create a video about it. They make money off of it. This is why they monetize their videos. You mean to tell me that you're claiming to be against the very people that hand you money every month? That's a big old contradiction, Jermaine Shoemake. That's a big old contradiction, Tariq Nasheed. That's a big old contradiction, Tommy Sotomayor. You claim to be against these people, but yet you happily receive these checks that are sent to you on or after the 15th of each month. You signed up for it to allow these ads to be played on your own material. Ads owned by the very people that you claim to be against. You talk about these people all the time. You call them white supremacists. And then at the same time, you accept money from them. Get the fuck out of here, man. See, I see it. And I'm making sure that everybody else sees it. And this is why they hate me. This is why they don't like me. Because I'm interrupting their con game. I'm warning people, stop having them depend on you. Allow them to depend on themselves or starve. Don't you be the reason that they don't starve. You have to take care of you and yours. Forget about taking care of Jermaine Shoemake, Marcus Sanders, and Thomas Harris. It's going to come a day, and this may come sooner than you think. It's going to come a day when it's all said and done, when they can't grab another penny from any one of you ever again. It's going to be some sad situations for these little boys. I don't call them men because men take care of themselves. They can depend on themselves. They can make ways for themselves. They don't have to depend on people out here. These are called men. You're a little boy when you have to depend on somebody else to buy the necessities that you need, to buy some of the things that you want. Huh? You have to depend on somebody else for that? You have to con somebody? You have to lie to somebody? Because that's exactly what they do. Jermaine Shoemake has been screaming about a fucking school for the longest. Now he wants you to believe that this school is about to be realized? Get the fuck out of here, man. Stop. The only thing that he's doing is preparing you to yet again give more money toward this thing. He has completely ran out of money. This is why he can't afford a plane ticket to go to Johannesburg, to Africa. And he's depending on them to get up the money to help him to get over there. And he tried to play it off by saying, well, this is charity and I'm not going to charge for the lecture, but I will charge for the round trip ticket. Get the fuck out of here. If you're not charging, then you won't charge for that neither. If you really care, you would spend your own money and go over there and say what you got to say. If it's important enough, you would want them to hear it. Any means necessary. So you're going to stop your message because of a fucking round trip plane ticket? Get the fuck out of here, man. You're a fraud. That's exactly what you are. And I'm going to tell you to your face, July the 8th in South Carolina.